I was just finishing painting up this guy a little bit and wanted to give you a quick painting tip, and that is, I primed this miniature black, but you can see he's not black at all. He actually almost looks like he's from an old grayscale movie. And this is not the color scheme that I'm going for. This is not the final color scheme for this guy. But it's a little tip here. If you've got a model that's painted black, I should watch out, I'm going to get paint on my fingers here. If you have a model that's painted black and he's holding something like this guy, like a lot of folks will tell you, if you're going to paint this model, you should paint, his arms and his rocket launcher separately. Whatever. I don't have time for that. I want to get this guy out on the table. In fact, he's actually been out on the table already as a spooky gray miniature and then as a spooky black primed miniature, and now he's going to get out on the table probably as this spooky painting, kind of dry brushed gray over black. So I did just dry brush this, and I do have a dry brushing tutorial up on the channel with the Krieg, so go check that out. So I just dry brush it. I did a really heavy one. You can see it got a lot of places, and the idea here is I don't want to paint everywhere on this guy, right? Like, for example, here are some places on this guy that I just don't want to paint, right? We'll use the orange pointing stick. Down here between his gun and his body, all of that kind of stuff there, I just don't want to paint it, right? Like, I'm going to paint his arm. I'm going to paint this little shoulder strap thing. I'll probably paint that little, I'll paint his gun. I'll paint his helmet. But I'm not going to paint down in there, right? I'm going to paint, the strap here. I'm going to paint, probably all of his rocket launcher, at least the sides we can see. But I'm not going to paint, like, down under here. You can see kind of where my brush is back up in there. Yeah, I'm not painting that. But I did stuff that dry brush in there just to give it a little bit of depth. So it's really like a shadow. Like that right there, that strap, like that probably should be a brown leather strap or something, right? It's not getting painted. I'm going to paint the arm of this guy green. You're not going to see the lack of brown back there because I've taken the time to kind of dry brush him up a little bit, and it looks like a shadow. And so that's the idea behind this technique is I don't want to have to paint everything. I'm going to paint his gun, his helmet, his arm, his upper top here, his backpack, right? This mine or whatever he's got on here. What am I going to do with his pants? I'll probably paint them, a nice kind of brighter color. But am I going to paint this back leg? So maybe I'll paint it a little dimmer color so I don't have to, paint that back leg that's behind the gun. I don't know. Maybe I'll shine up his boots with some Null Oil gloss or something. Maybe his pants will be mostly a black or even a gray. Or even I'll stick some camo in there like I did with another orc here. Let's see if I can find him real quick. If I can, I'll show him to you. Yeah, here he is. He's got this like, I don't know, I just really kind of stippled on some silly colors on his pants just to kind of make them look like maybe they were like a snow camouflage. I don't know. Just a quick little job there. And maybe I'll do that with him. Something like that. But the idea here is just that if you're not going to paint it, at least give it some depth so it's not just black. Throw some gray on there or something. And then even those, that little detail down there, what is that? Oh, it's just a shadow, right? It's just a shadow. It doesn't have to be painted, a bright color or anything like that. Anybody who looks at him is going to look at his guns, going to look at his helmet, is going to see that his arms are green, going to see the hopefully bright colors on his rockets here, and that's going to distract him from the incomplete recess paint job. Anyways, just a fun little video for you. Maybe you find this tip helpful. I'll definitely post once I get him painted to show you how he turns out, and just to kind of compare this to that. But of course, he's probably going to have a few more games like this before he gets the final treatment. All right, take care. Thanks for watching.